Welcome to another episode of the Nintendo Powercast Ladies Night. We've got a crew tonight. We got Giggle Pants. How's it going?
Hi, it's good. How are you?
Good. We got Chrissy. How are you?
Hey, how are we getting on?
Really good. And we got Joe. How's it going?
Well, how about you, Josh?
I'm doing so good. Well, we're gonna need your guys' help. We're gonna create and shape Ladies Night into something that is going to be a lot of fun and probably a little more interactive. And it's also going to give everybody homework that's going to involve your Nintendo Switch Online. So this is a win all around. I believe the majority of the ladies on tonight have never played a lot of the NES games. Jenna, I know you haven't, correct?
Yeah, no.
The tone there was perfect.
I played Mario 64 on my DS for like 2 minutes. I got scared of the way Bowser looked and turned it off.
Gotcha. Okay. Joe, not a lot of time with the NES, right?
No, I may have dabbled in the NSO, just like what they've got, and maybe played for like 2 seconds, but no, don't have a lot of experience here. Gotcha.
Okay. And Chrissy, same for you?
It'd be the same for me. No, like that would sound the same as Jenna. I've only ever played like Super Mario 64 on my DS. But I've never played anything on the Switch. Now, I did finish the Super Mario 64, so it was great.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. And like depending on, how long this show goes, we may make it through all kinds of libraries and make it up to the 64 and even get into Game Boy and stuff like that. But starting with the NES and so if you're only listening to the audio version, totally fine. We're going to make sure it works for the audio listeners. I will describe stuff as we're doing it, but we're going to start by just taking a look at a handful of the of some of the box art. Okay, and I might even quiz. I might ask some questions on what kind of game do you think this is based on the box art. And so we're gonna start with maybe a little more difficult one. Jenna, I'm gonna let you start. What kind of game do you think Yoshi is? Just based on the box art here.
I actually this one I was hoping you wouldn't pick me for because this was the hardest one for me. I'd say it's probably like a really like intense fighting game.
Okay, because the cover you've got Yoshi just looking happy, coming out of an egg.
Scary dinosaur, like look at that. It's terrifying.
You've got Booze, you got bloopers, you got a Goomba who looks very confused on why he's upside down. A piranha plant.
No, I think it's a lovely Yoshi game. I love Yoshi.
Okay, all right. You think it's like Yoshi's Island, maybe?
I don't. I feel like because you asked that, it's like a trick question. No, it's not.
Okay, all right, fair. Joe, how about you? Got any thoughts on Yoshi based on the box art?
I don't know. I think the only thing I would assume is that Yoshi is throwing eggs at enemies. That's all I can think of.
Okay, that's fair. Chrissy, how about you? Any guesses on what Yoshi is?
Yoshi's definitely going on a murderous rampage here, anyways, by the looks of things. So I'm assuming that's the vibe we're getting from it.
So Yoshi's actually taking off to commit more tax fraud because that's what he's most known for. So let's just take a quick peek at Yoshi. Here it is. So we'll we'll on the box it says classic puzzle game. So
It
it's
doesn't say that. It doesn't say that for me. It says pure puzzle panic.
Yeah, mine says pure puzzle panic as well.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, and the layout
Same.
of mine's different than yours. Like Zelda's not beside Yoshi for me. It's tennis beside Yoshi for me.
so
Is it
you
because we're in a different country?
more than likely you can also organize them how you'd like.
Oh, okay. Because I also have
It
tennis.
does
next to Yoshi.
say press and hold to sort.
I
Just now that I'm
didn't-
looking at it.
oh my god! I didn't even notice.
So here's the gameplay, you guys. It's a
Oh, so
puzzle
it's
game.
it's like Dr. Mario.
It's like kind of like Tetris Attack,
Yeah.
where you're just trying to match two of the same items here. Let's see. So I'm just gonna go A type. We're just gonna go the very basic, and you got Mario at the bottom. He's just moving.
He's got them on the silver platter.
He does,
It's
yeah.
just having
So
fun.
and you can only stack. So that's interesting.
Mm.
You can only get rid of the enemies by stacking. So, I'm getting nervous here. Let's see what happens. Oh, look at the egg. Oh, we made a Yoshi.
Yoshi!
How about that? Let's see. So yeah, that only works by stacking, not by going side to side. So there you go. What do you think, Jenna? What are your thoughts on Yoshi here after seeing some of this just absolutely magnificent gameplay?
I don't understand. Like I've actually opened it myself because I'm intrigued. I don't understand what I'm meant to do. I'm terrible. I'm terrible at like these types of games. My brain does not move fast enough. I don't think.
So you see the bloopers they just touched right there, and so let's see the plants. The plant is gonna touch the other plant. That's how you make it disappear.
Oh,
So they have to stack. So, but you can only remove them by stacking. The eggs disappear unless you create an egg, and then it'll wipe everything out. But other than that, there's no way. There's no way to. So now we have the part of an egg there, and then we'll get the boo there just because we don't want to die just yet. Okay, so if we had anything between that egg, it would have eliminated it, and it looks like we're creating Yoshis. Also, we've done 2 Yoshis so far. So, yeah, very.
so this is how Yoshis are made.
Say that again.
So this is how Yoshis are made.
This is yes. This is how Yoshis are made.
That's very interesting.
Right here. This is poor Mario. He's stuck for hours each day, just creating Yoshis.
Poor guy.
So here comes another Yoshi. See the egg? That's gonna wipe out 2 there.
Yoshi!
Now we've done 3. Now we've done 3 Yoshis. So there you go. There's the Yoshi game. Let's see
Very
if I can,
different than any Yoshi game. It's cool.
not the murderous rampage you guys were expecting.
King? No.
Hoping
Yeah.
for.
Yeah, or hoping for. Right. So there you go. There's the
She was good at Tetris.
yeah. I mean, yeah, pure puzzle panic with Yoshi and friends is what the front of the box says. So there you go. Well, I think we'll just do one of those each show. We'll just take a look at one just to get a small taste of what some of these games are. We're just gonna run through. What do you guys think of River City Ransom here?
Let's see.
And it may have a different name for Jenna and Chrissy, honestly.
I wish
Oh,
I
no,
could
it is
see
called
the
that.
box art better.
Yeah, it's River City Ransom, American Technos Inc., I think.
Yep.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, it may be too because you guys are looking it through on Discord, right? If you change, are
well,
you?
even even on mine, it's kind of
Oh,
hard
even
to
I have it
read.
online, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it's American Technos Inc. and then I can't read like what's under that.
You can hit X and you can actually read like a
Yeah, but I
summary
don't
of
want to read it. I don't want to spoil it
Oh,
for myself.
Get
it
some of
doesn't
the
really doesn't really spoil anything, I don't think.
that's I mean, there we go. There's the answers. Yoshi is an action puzzle game starring Mario's buddy Yoshi, who's been imprisoned in an egg. It's now raining Goombas, bloopers, and Boo Buddies, and you have to help Mario stop the airborne invasion as the critters fall. Catch them on trays, stack two of a kind, and they both disappear, or capture the whole bunch in between eggshells. When the eggshells match, out hatches Yoshi and goes up your score. The action heats up as the characters fall faster and faster. To save the day, switch and shuffle, and don't let your piles get too high.
Why is he imprisoned? That's the sin.
I mean, that's a good
That's
question.
Guy, he ain't do nothing.
I want to ask Nintendo that.
It's a good question. This game came out in 1992, so it's one of those games that was more than likely released on both the NES and the Super Nintendo. There's a possibility there. So yeah, little history there. Well, our game for today is going to be Donkey Kong because we're going back to the origins of Mario. All right, and so let's take a look at the details of Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong. Actually, though, before I do, what do you guys think of this box art? Like, Jenna, kick us off. What do you think of the black box? And just so you guys know, the black box are kind of like the first set of NES games that came out. You can see there's Balloon Fight and Baseball and Donkey Kong, Ice Climbers, the original Mario Bros, Super Mario Bros, Pro Wrestling, soccer, tennis. Going all the way, I got to go all the way up to the top here, but you got Donkey Kong Jr., Clue Land, Volleyball, Wrecking Crew, Donkey Kong 3, and I know Golf, Urban Champion, Donkey Kong Jr. Math, Mock Rider, and Pinball. And I believe that's all the black box titles. So, well,
I think we really love Donkey Kong.
We're missing a couple because they use the light gun. And so we don't have any light gun games yet. Where games like Duck Hunt. Are you familiar with Duck Hunt?
Mm-hmm. I've heard of it.
Okay.
I've heard of it.
So what do you think?
The cover's really cool. I like it better than other ones because the other ones are like so colorful. It's like blind, and this one's like more like, I don't know, simple.
It's
but
a bit muted.
Yeah, I like it. I love Donkey Kong though. He's just a nice guy. I don't know. I love him in Mario Kart. I haven't really played much of his games either.
Okay. So you're.
Oh,
go ahead.
What's that? I've got Tropical Freeze, but I haven't actually properly played it yet.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
It's a fun game.
Okay. Are you familiar with the gameplay of this game? How it plays?
Is it like the one that came out with Mario and Donkey Kong?
Oh, the like Mario versus Donkey Kong kind of, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. That's correct. Joe, how about you? What do you think of the box art here? And then what is some of your history with Donkey Kong?
I think it looks like a very classic Donkey Kong game. Like looking at the box art, just from like I haven't played the classics myself, but it just looks like familiar from things that I've seen. But yeah, like I said, I don't really have experience playing Donkey Kong myself. I've seen a lot of gameplay of Donkey Kong 64. But yeah, not with the NES. And all I can say is my girl Pauline.
I love it. I love it. That's great. Okay, Chrissy, how about you? Any what do you think of the box art and then any history with Donkey Kong?
I agree that it's a really classic look to it, and you know instantly that it's an NES game. And that's kind of what I love about it. And like I've never played it myself, but I remember my dad would go on about playing it when he was young. He would have been in his teens, and like in rural Ireland, it was hard to get stuff like that. So when he would tell me about stuff, oh yeah, I used to play Donkey Kong when I was younger and all this stuff, and I kind of just be like shocked because I'm like learning a new part of his history. I'm like, hang on, where was this information when I was trying to get you to play it like 3 weeks ago? But yeah, no, I haven't played any of it really, but I think the game came out in 84, 85, I think.
Let's take a look.
So if I remember right.
On the NES, it came out in 86, but in the arcades, it came out in 1981.
Right. It wasn't too far wrong.
No, you weren't. That was a great guess there. It was, or you were very close. So love that.
Go me.
Couple of, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of history with this game, and this is gonna be quite funny. Jenna, do you know what or who Popeye is?
No.
Okay. Joe, do you know what or who Popeye is?
Yes.
Okay. Chrissy, do you know who Popeye is?
Isn't he the sailor that likes spinach?
Yes, there you go. Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna say, I was like, is there more than one Popeye?
No. So the story of Popeye. So Jen, I'll give you a little background. Popeye was the Sailor Man. Popeye the Sailor Man was part of his little intro, his little music intro to his cartoon. And he and olive oil were an item, and then Bluto was like this big, like just brute of a man who would show up and try to steal olive oil from him. And then Popeye would eat spinach, and his muscles would once he ate spinach, it would be like he had like a cannon for biceps, or like his hands would turn into anvils and he would punch Bluto like into space kind of thing. Like it was just very, very old school cartoons. I mean, Popeye's older than I am. And fun fact, if you like Robin Williams, he played Popeye in a live action Popeye movie, which is out there if that's something you want to check out. Why do I bring up Popeye? Well, the love triangle between Popeye, olive oil, and Bluto is what inspired Donkey Kong. See, Nintendo reached out to the studio that owned Popeye and wanted to make a game because in the early 80s, Space Invaders was like one of the top selling games. Like it was making the most money. And Nintendo made a game called Radar Scope that some of the places that bought it hated the way it sounded so much that they like would unplug it and not leave it plugged in because they didn't want to have to listen to the beeps and the boops. And so Nintendo had they thought it was going to do really well, and it didn't. And they had something like 3,000 machines or something just sitting that nobody purchased. So they approached the studio that owned Popeye and wanted to make a Popeye game because it was a known brand. And they said no. Well, Shigeru Miyamoto was like, I want to stick with the theme of a love triangle. And that's where Donkey Kong, Jumpman, and Pauline came from. And so because they were told no, this is also in my book, in Another Castle. Because they were told no, basically the best thing that could possibly happen to them did. And Shigeru Miyamoto came up with Mario. And the rest is really history at this point.
I actually remember hearing you say that in your book. I wondered where I recognized that from.
Yes.
Telling that story.
Yeah. So it's really cool history with Nintendo and this, and it goes a step further. They ended up getting sued by Universal because
Wow.
they thought Donkey Kong was infringing on like the copyright of King Kong.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
Jack Kirby, Nintendo's lawyer, who the most powerful character in the Nintendo universe was named after, Kirby, figured out that Donkey Kong or King Kong was public domain at that time and nobody owned it. And they ended up having to pay Nintendo like $1.8 million in the early 80s, which was quite a boost for their business. And yeah, back then. So let's read real quick the just the little background on Donkey Kong on the on NSO here. It says it was released in 1986. Number of players 2. Playtime 16 minutes. I think that's how fast you can get through like the first 4 levels. Donkey Kong has kidnapped Pauline, and it is up to Mario, aka Jumpman, the fearless carpenter. He wasn't even a plumber yet; he was a carpenter, to come because this is all taking place on a construction site. To come rescue her. Throwing fate to the wind, Mario tries desperately to climb the labyrinth of structural beams from the top of which Donkey Kong taunts him. Help our hero ascend the metal structure by dodging an assortment of fireballs, steel beams, and exploding barrels. Angry Ape hurls at him. Prepare yourself for a never-ending adventure as Donkey Kong takes Pauline away to the next level every time Mario gets to the top. Based on the arcade game of the same name, this classic will keep hardcore and casual gamers entertained for hours. So there you go. That's Donkey Kong. I'm going to go ahead and open it up here. And I'm going to set it. Let's see. I need to actually go back. I want to set up an online game. Who wants to go first attempting some Donkey Kong? Jenna, you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay. Here we go.
I couldn't get it to actually like get me. Like, what button do I press to start it?
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna want to go to connect. Connect to the go to play online, like you can see where I'm at right here, and then I'm going to set it to no passcode. I've now created a session. You should be able to join me. I think I can even invite you. So here we go. Yep, there we go. So we got the invite going to Jenna, and Jenna is going to experience some Donkey Kong for the first time. So I'm just gonna hit the barrel as quickly as I can, or basically die and let Jenna try this out here. So, 2 players, game A. All right, here we go. The music is so eerie. So I'm gonna go as quickly as possible and just try to see if I can get hit by it. There we go. All right. This is it, guys. We get to hear Jenna's giggles. Here we go. Yep. So you can jump and you can climb and there are hammers there that you can grab as well if you want. Oh, she turned around just in the nick of time.
Oh my god.
That was crazy.
No, it won't let me move.
Okay. I'm just going to let the barrel hit me so you can get back to it.
That does not look like Pauline.
No?
I don't think so.
No. There was a guy by the name of Micah whose daughter was like, "Hey, can I play as Pauline?"
What?
And he reprogrammed the game so that Pauline was who you played with and Mario was up top, captured by Donkey Kong. Oh, he doesn't have he can't jump very far.
Oh. That was very mean.
So what happened
0
right
fall
there?
damage allowed.
Yeah, there is no fall damage.
I'm not gonna bother getting them hammers because they're messing me up.
Okay, let's see. You got 1 attempt left to get up to the top. Let's see how this
Don't
this
think
goes
it's gonna
here.
happen.
I believe. I believe. So, and this is one of those games that is on the the NES World Championships. Oh my goodness, look at you go. One level left. You can jump over these barrels.
Oh no, I pressed B instead of A.
Okay, well, there was Jenna's first attempt. Jenna, what'd you think of Donkey Kong?
It's fun. I done better than I expected.
Is it a game that holds up today?
It's probably if you've played it before, yeah, but I wouldn't say like, oh, I'm gonna go back and play that. Like if I remember to, I'd maybe play it like once in a blue moon, but like probably wouldn't pick it up every so often.
What did anything surprise you about it while you were playing it?
What Pauline looked like.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair. How about taking fall damage, not being able to jump very far at all?
That and just like the jumping not being B and it being A instead, like that messed me up quite a lot.
All right. I think I sent an invite to Joe. Did you see the invite come in, Joe?
It says joining N64 Josh.
Perfect. There we go. There's Joe now. So one of the things I really like about the black box games is if you notice in the lower left-hand side of each box, it has like this is an arcade. Oh, this one says arcade series. Excitebike says, looks like it says programmable. Like programmable series, and you could create your own tracks, which is why in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe there's 200 different variations of the Excitebike track. Baseball says sports, balloon fight says action. Same with Ice Climbers and Super Mario Brothers, and so it was kind of just a way for people to tell what kind of game they were getting into. What's funny about Excitebike is like people are probably like, what does programmable mean? Like what? So
yeah.
So, Jenna, did you hear the music at all while you were playing?
No, but do you mean on my Switch? Because I have my volume turned right down.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Joe, are you hearing the music at all?
A little bit.
Okay. Okay, so here we go. Joe is on floor number 1.
How do I climb?
Push up. There you go. Push up to climb. You got it. You got it. Let's see. Oh, going for the hammer. Going for the hammer. Oh,
I missed it.
The fall damage. Watch out. Okay, I'm just gonna let the barrel hit me again, so you guys can get back to it. But this is a great way for us to be able to capture your gameplay while you're experiencing this game for the first time. So, but I don't know about you guys, but like, Jenna, after playing, what do you think of Mario's jump? He feels really floaty, kind of, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh,
it doesn't really feel like Mario for some reason. It doesn't. I don't know. It just feels really different. I've never played like old games as such. Like Wii was is old to me.
I love this. Honestly, it's gonna open up a world of like a whole new world for you. I'm really curious on what kind of resonates with some of you guys and what may not, so it'll be fun to find out. So what's interesting on that first ladder right there's actually a glitch, and you can climb an invisible ladder if you want to, if you know the glitch.
Oh,
there's also a full documentary about this game.
who's gonna do it?
Go back, Joe. Go up that ladder. There you go. Yo, Joe beat the first level.
I did it.
You slayed.
Now,
Girl boss.
now it's a lot more complicated.
It's still me.
It's still you.
Well, I'm happy I didn't get past that level. I could not do that.
Oh my goodness, look at Joe go. I love it. I love it. Joe is almost okay.
Playing.
Oh
Oh,
I shouldn't
no!
have jumped there.
right into the spring. Okay, well, there we go. Joe, what do you think? What do you think of the OG Donkey Kong?
Ooh, it reminds me a lot of like classic arcade game. Like it gives me like, Pac-Man vibes. So I like it. I like the way it works, honestly. I'm surprised I wasn't as confused by the jumping mechanism, like using A. I thought it was gonna like really get me. But yeah, I liked it. I thought it was really cute. Um, I did pretty good at it. So
You did?
proud.
You did?
Done amazing.
Thank you.
Well, and you can kind of get the like if you think about it, like a lot of modern games are made for us to like, play through, like you're playing through a story, right?
Mhm.
Or you're doing a multiplayer game. Whereas like this game was designed to eat quarters. Like they wanted you to one quarter got you 3 lives. And so that, with that in mind, that's the gameplay is designed around that, because they want the arcade or the bar owner or whatever to make money off of this machine, as they want to get a return on that investment, right? And so but I love the fact that you said it has that that old school like Pac-Man feel, because there was something magical about going into an arcade in the 80s where you would hear this game, you would hear Pac-Man, you would hear Punch Out. Punch Out was another one that was great. And the announcer would always go body blow, body blow. And so there's just a lot of these game sounds are super, super nostalgic for me. Joe, I'm assuming you've played some of the like Mario versus Donkey Kong games, yeah?
I actually haven't.
You have not. Okay. Jenna, have
Yeah.
you?
No.
You have not.
I
Okay.
played the demo.
Okay. That's and that from the you said you downloaded it or you played it?
Yeah, I played it. Like
Okay.
a good bit of it.
Do you kind of see the similarities, how they kind of made just kind of a modern take
Yeah.
on this game?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say the new one is a lot more like calmed down, 'cause I think it's just the things flying, but obviously it was just the demo I played. It was literally like just a minute off it nearly. Well, not really. It was like a good while, but uh, I think I love the like the storyline of it. Like, and it would be good to get to the end, like the same way the Mario games are with Saving Princess Peach.
So, fun fact about this game, you get to the very end, like you just keep going and going. There's 4 levels. You just keep going and going and going. Eventually, the game runs out of memory and you get what's called a kill screen. So, you guys that have watched me play Wanted and how we got to like, 9,999,
Yeah.
that's essentially a kill screen. And so,
Yeah, yes, it's cool because it's like you can like it's something to get to. It's I guess it's like a glitch as such, but well, not really, but like it's something to achieve as when you are finished.
yes. And Chrissy just beat the first level. So good game.
Slayed, you slayed.
I
Absolutely
was in
Slade.
such concentration there. It's not even funny.
Well, and
I was speaking.
on your second life there, you jumped 2 barrels, one after the other. Oh, you got
I did.
squished.
I didn't know
got-
I could get squished.
Got squished.
Yeah, I thought it
It's
would go down
okay.
again.
Okay. Well, Chrissy, what did you think with your time with Donkey Kong?
I think it's a really good like party game. It'd be great for when like you're
Yeah.
like at a small family event and you're all kind of
Right.
sat around the TV or something. And it'd be like a quick party game. I think it'd be so much fun because like odds are it's going to be so competitive, especially when you're around friends and family and stuff, and you don't even realize what will come
Yeah.
out from your friends and family, and you're just kind of sitting there like, oh my god. why can't I actually just hit A on time?
Well,
And it's just the pure struggle.
exactly, yes, and what's great about what you just said is the NES World Championships. That's essentially what it does. You can jump into so like one of the modes is like, climb the ladder as fast as you can, and then you can do up to 8 people on one console in one room racing to try to get up to that first ladder as fast as you can, or beat this first level as fast as you can, or jump a barrel or whatever. So it's I love that you said it would be a good little mini game, because it really it does translate to that very well. And again, it's bite size. Like, back when this came out, you're either heading to the arcade with a couple buddies, or maybe you're taking your date, and maybe trying to impress him or her with your Donkey Kong skills, how you can rescue Pauline. I do highly recommend checking out I think it's called A Fistful of Quarters, I believe is the I take that back. I think it's called King of Kong, and it is a documentary on this game, and how like people go for the world record of trying to get the high score before they hit the kill screen. So making sure that they're jumping over every barrel and hitting every barrel, and use they almost gamify the game, which is kind of what the Nintendo World Championships does. And just trying to get that high score, and there's all kinds of drama and controversy because somebody mails in a VHS tape with their high score and it looks all glitchy, and so it's a good time. But let's do a quick review of each game. We'll give it a score out of 10. Jenna, we'll start with you. What score would you give Donkey Kong? And I would say, think about it this way: like a 10 would be a game that like you might pick up every so often, or maybe once a week, because you were like, yo, that was super fun. A 5 might be like, I'm glad I did that, and if somebody asked me to play it with them, I would probably say yes. And a 1 would be like, no matter what, I'm never touching this again. So kind of with that in mind.
I'd probably say a 6, because I was pleasantly surprised. Like, I thought, because I'm terrible at Tropical Freeze, but I know it's obviously the complete opposite type of game, but like, I'm just not good at like any old games at all. I just don't get them. But well, I still wasn't good at it, but like I was pleasantly surprised at how fun it was.
I love that. Okay, so Jenna gives it a 6. Joe, how about you? What score do you give OG Donkey Kong?
I give it probably the same, like a 6 or 7, because I feel like I would pick it up again just to see how far I can get in the levels. I don't think it would be like once or twice a week, but I feel like I would play it again. And like you said, if someone did ask me to play it with them, I would totally do it. It's definitely not never touching that again. So I'm surprised that I liked it as much as I did. I mean, I don't love it, but I would definitely pick it up again.
Gotcha. Okay. And Chrissy, how about you?
Yeah, I definitely put it in like the 6 or 7 range, because like that, I was pleasantly surprised with how fun it actually is. And even though I did not open my mouth when I was playing it, because I was concentrating so hard, I just wanted to beat that first level. But no, it was great fun, and like that, definitely a party game.
I love that. I want to touch real quick, Jenna, I'll start with you. What do you think of the graphics? Like, coming from, like, I know you play it. We all 4 of us play a lot of Switch, and play modern games. Like, what do you think of these graphics? Basically experiencing something that's over 40 years old.
again, it looks better than what I thought it would. Like, I do love pixelated kind of games because I love like Stardew Valley and stuff. But it does definitely look better than what I thought it was. Is it upscaled or anything for the Switch? I'm guessing no.
We're seeing a little bit of it looks a little bit better
Yeah,
for sure.
It will probably look worse on like an old TV because gonna Switch, but
You'd probably see more you'd see more of the lines,
yeah.
like from a CRT, that kind of thing. Joe, how about you when it comes to the graphics? What do you think?
Honestly, I think it's like pretty good for its time. I mean, again, like on the Switch, we're seeing it probably at like a higher resolution, like you were saying, but I feel like they're honestly, yeah, it's crazy when you say like over 40 years old because it's like
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like that, and it's like whoa. So you think, yeah, for its time, they honestly are not as bad. Like kind of how Jenna said, I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but like yeah, definitely better than I expected and not as bad as I thought it would have been.
I think one of my favorites is just Donkey Kong himself. Like he's just such a massive sprite, and just his different little animations and stuff that he does. I love it. Chrissy, what did you think of the graphics?
I think it held up quite well. Considering that it, like you said, it's almost 40 years old now, or it's over 40 years old, and just the sheer fact that it's still playable today, and like with the way it looks and stuff, and like that, as Jenna said, it probably looks way worse than an old big box TV. But like
Yeah.
we're playing handheld at the moment, so we have the upped graphics. So we're probably getting a much nicer view of it than what would have been seen 25 years ago or something like that.
If you look closely, like at the white lettering, you can kind of see there's kind of some bleed, and so yeah, there's elements to it. This does look, at least in my memory, more like the arcade game. The arcade machines didn't have quite as it seemed like they usually had nicer screens than like what we had at home anyway. And so it would have a pretty similar look. How many of you guys could actually hear some of the music? I know Jenna, you had yours pretty much turned off, right?
Yeah, I had it off.
Yeah, Joe, you heard a little bit. Like, do you have any comments on the music?
You're kind of right. It did kind of sound a little like eerie. It sounded yeah, a little like haunting in a way.
That low bass when you hit the basically once you hit the start button, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's the squeak. Mario squeaks when he walks. Like that always made me laugh.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
I didn't speak either.
Yeah, he's got a little sound effect. Let me see if I can. It's almost like basketball players on the court, like the way his. Yeah, it's like
I can hear it now.
Yeah.
Wait.
I had to hold my Switch up to my ear.
Right. Yeah, and I don't have I can't push sound through OBS, so you guys can't, or through the Discord, so you guys won't be able to hear it that way. But yeah, there's just like a little squeak when he walks. It's like it's quite funny, honestly. But yeah, well, Jenna, any closing thoughts on Donkey Kong before we wrap this up?
Not really. I'm surprised. I think it's a very good game. I'm happy I played it.
All right. Joe, how about you? Any closing thoughts here?
I'm just happy that we're doing this. I think this is so fun that we're, I know I'm going off the beaten path of Donkey Kong, but I think just looking back on these old games and giving them a shot when most of us have never played them, I think this is just so fun and so awesome. And I just think this is going to be great.
I love it too. I do want to point out, as we're speaking of like just with the sound, when we wrap up here, since I think you all have the Super Nintendo games on NSO, right? I believe you have access to them. I'm pretty sure. So
I believe.
Yeah.
Let me see.
yeah, I think you do. So what part of your homework, this is for everybody, is listen to the opening music of this game and then go immediately to Donkey Kong Country and listen to the opening of that game and how they incorporate this intro into that. And
Can you give us like a
um,
reminder? Because I will forget.
Send it into the group chat. It's fine. We'll figure it out from there.
Yeah, I most definitely will. So, Chrissy, any
The
closing
head like a sieve.
any closing thoughts for us here as we wrap up?
I think it's great because, like, in saying that, I'm looking at games that my dad was playing when he was a teenager, and it's so great to be able to do the comparisons of what I'm playing today, where he hasn't a notion as to what's going on, in comparison to me being able to play his games and trying to figure out what the different skills are and how they played it and what are the little tactics and stuff. And it's like a little back and forth kind of game we'd play. Of all right, you teach me this, and I'll teach you how to play this game. And it's really good to be able to see things like this because like that, I hadn't a notion he was playing these games when he was younger. Because it's just great to be able to like have access to all of these games. And like that again, I've gone out way off path. But it's great to be able to have access to all these games, so we still have the ability to play them. So it's great. I love this.
I'm right there with you. The fact that there's some game preservation taking place within our Switch, and I've looked at NSO for a long time as like there is a treasure trove of games here, and a lot of us are excited that they're in our collection, but most of the time they don't get played. And I've been longing for an idea of like how can I incorporate playing these old games. And I love the fact that I get to introduce you guys to like so many of these. It's gonna be so much fun. So we are gonna give everybody homework, okay? And I'm going to put a little bit of a challenge out there. I am going to encourage you guys to not only take a screenshot when you reach as far as you can, but also screenshot your high scores. Okay. And we are going to you can post in the Discord in the players pulse. This is open for everybody. If you guys want to participate in the homework and do a little bit of kind of like a game club kind of thing. And then I think we're going to try to shoot for Sunday for a second ladies night with as many with more ladies that will have spent a little bit more time with this, and we'll kind of just like kind of a shotgun round table talk about the experience of maybe, what the other levels were like and, what it was like trying to get your high score and that kind of stuff. And I think it's gonna be a good time. So, Jenna, is there any place people can connect with you?
You can find me at Giggle Pants in Josh's Discord.
Yeah. Joe, how about you?
I probably need a new name, but yeah.
Please
let's just
say it. I'll actually have in tears.
pay me and I will. Let's just say you can also find me in the N64 Josh Discord, and trust me, you'll know who it is.
You'll find a lot of pants. Just like a pump.
You'll find loads of pants.
Chrissy, how about you? Any socials you want to shout out or anything?
You'll find me essentially on everything at Chrissy Fits, so I'm not hard to find.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening. And again, we want to hear some feedback from you guys. If you're enjoying this kind of thing, or maybe even you have some ideas for us, we'd love to hear from you. And as we kind of refine this and shape this into what it's going to be. But I'm really excited for how this episode went, and continuing to do more like this. So thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.